Issuing checks to vendors is very simple. You would first select your vendor over on the left, and then you'll use the check calculation in combination with the standard accounts button. Standard accounts allows us to set up the normal expensing of a check written to this vendor. So in the case of our Daisy Fresh Carpet Service, this is always going to be a maintenance type expense. So I can come in to the standard account screen, designate my normal checking account that I write checks out of, which school this vendor services, and then the expense account I'd like to expense it for. Optionally, I could set the amount as well if it's always the same amount that I write to this vendor. This particular vendor is not always the same amount, so I'll leave that as 0. And then I can check this box here, automatically import, if this is the information I'd like brought into the screen and populated on the check screen automatically every time I issue a check to this vendor. And because they're a maintenance type vendor, it's always going to be that expense. I'm going to go ahead and do that and save that and then exit. Now when we go to check calculation, we have the vendor name up at the top. That's our payee, and you'll notice the checkbook came in, the school, and the operational expense account number is already brought in. All I need to fill in at this point is the checking or the check amount rather. If I did not have the checkbox checked here for automatically import, when I come into the check, I'll go ahead and exit, come back in so you can see how that works. When I click check calculation, you'll see it will be blank. I'll be able to import by clicking the import button here the settings that I have in the standard accounts, and that's what the automatically import does for me. If I check that box, it automatically populates these items here. All I need to do is fill in the amount, make sure that my dates are correct, add in any memo I'd like to put in this box, and then the post date, the due date, and the print date. Change those as needed. And then you have 3 options for posting the check. You can post and print it right now if you're printing onto a check that is in your printer, or if you'd like to print out a stub and you've written the check by hand, you'd also choose this option to print out the stub to include with your handwritten check. Batch posting, post and print later will allow you to batch print the checks as a group with other checks at a later time. And if you've already written the check and don't need anything printed for it, you can just simply click post check. I'm going to choose that option to record the check. Now that I've recorded the check for this vendor, I can review the checks by going back one check at a time here to review the checks that we've issued. And here's the check that I just wrote, check number 105. Going forward would put us on the current check as if we were going to issue this vendor another check. And that's how you set up the standard accounts and issue checks for vendors.